Where is it?
It's in there.
What is it doing down there?
Just get a ticket. Come on, man.
Son of a bitch.
It's $1. I'm sorry.
I've never done it.
I'll pay you
I
back.
barely got $1.
Alright guys, we're out here in Salt Lake City shooting the first episode of the blog that we're starting. We're going out all around the country checking out cool people in the off-roading and overlanding community, seeing what their life's all about, what their rigs are like, why they do what they do, and why they drive the trucks that they do. Really, we're just trying to go have fun with some cool people in the community and make friends. We're in Salt Lake. We're going to be checking out the city here, meeting a couple cool people, and then heading up to Idaho to shoot with CBI Off-Road Fabrication. Once we get up there, we're gonna get in a few of their rigs and play around in the snow, have some fun. All right, so change of plans. We were supposed to go visit my buddy Max from military school, who trains and raises Belgian Malinois. But of course, in 2021, everyone's got COVID, so they just tested positive for COVID. We're gonna go as far away as we can from COVID and just go on a hike, and then figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Why are you looking at your phone? What's so interesting? What's up, man? What just happened? All right, man. So finally some good news. Mike Glover with FieldCraftSurvival is able to meet us at 2:30, so we're gonna head that way and just say hi to that guy and see what we can get over there. So.
She'll bark and growl, but wag her tail like you pet her.
Hey, dog.
You guys haven't had COVID yet, huh?
No.
I had COVID 6 months ago.
Oh yeah? Was it that bad?
It wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us got over it in a couple days.
Yeah.
But I mean, after it was all done, it's like having the antibodies and just not having to worry about it was actually pretty nice. We have a...
So Mike, is there anything that y'all are working on right now or have coming up that you want to kind of talk about or highlight?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have so many things going on, but like one of the cool things about Heber City, Utah is in our building space. I mean, we train all over the U.S. Tactically and med and all kinds of things going on. But here, where the pro shop is, we're doing courses every weekend. And we did a soft launch of the course that said, hey, you know, to a couple, select few, we're open for business. And we haven't advertised it. But our store is actually open right now. It's open from Tuesday to Saturday, and we will actually have our grand opening on February 27th. The 27th, me and Kevin Owens teach a simunition-based everyday carry course downstairs in the warehouse, and that will be from 9 to 2, and our grand opening is from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you guys can go to FieldCraftSurvival.com and actually sign up. It's free to sign up, but we want to know how many people are coming, so you guys can find it there.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
it'll be fun. How much is an FJ40 bill with an LT?
Oh man, we actually just built this really cool tool. I think I might have mentioned it to you, but you can go on our website now and
Build the
design the whole truck, and it's a 3D rendering.
That's available now.
Yeah.
Really cool.
We just came out with it, and what we're working on now is bringing that into the newer model trucks like the Tundras and Tacomas. So we're sticking 100% with Toyotas, but the newer model trucks will be available sometime in the next few months to be able to design them on our website. And basically what we're doing is we're taking like the top 5 brands in the industry that we really have faith in, and the products that we ourselves would like to use, featuring them on this tool, and you can go in and design your entire rig, get a quote for labor, shipping, lead times, and basically everything you need to design your truck, which right now if you were to try and go do that, I'm sure you know already, you've got to like build a spreadsheet, you got to call 10 different vendors, and it's a huge mess, and it takes hours and hours. So we're trying to take the guesswork out of that.
Very cool.
Through this tool. So yeah, that's coming out. But yeah, our FJ40s start anywhere from 160 up to 280 for our Hunter model that has the LT4 in it.
Is that a full restoration, like bolts for the most part? I mean, I'm assuming there's 2 ends of the spectrum, but I mean, you're breaking it down, rebuilding most of the vehicle from scratch.
Yeah. So the only thing that's actually original on these trucks now, over the years, we started literally just buying and selling Toyota Land Cruisers. I'd import them from South America, stuff like that. And we just were never really happy with them at the end of the day. It wasn't that they were a bad truck, it's just that they're not meant for today's world, right?
Yeah, totally.
So
Good
it's
farm
kinda,
trucks, ranch trucks.
Yeah, it's like you were mentioning earlier, right? Like with that old 2F motor that's 125 horsepower, you don't really get anywhere. And it's dangerous on the highways.
Totally.
And then you've got, the old glass fuses that are just constantly always breaking.
Yep.
And I mean, we lost all of our lights one time at like 3 a.m. driving back from Arkansas in the middle of a storm, and it was like crazy scary. So over the years, just like you, we have evolved what we're doing, and the only thing that's original in the trucks now is the frame, and we actually spend upwards of like 40 to 60 hours completely reinforcing and rebuilding the frame, and we're one of the only people that have designed our own 4-link suspension system for that truck.
Wow.
Brand new motors, brand new wiring harness, everything on it is 100% built from the ground up in our shop in Dallas, Texas, and it's all brand new. So
Very cool.
yeah.
What is your favorite Toyota overland vehicle? Like if you had to choose one.
Oh man, so for me, honestly, it's funny because I actually started out in coffee. And like 10 years ago, I started a coffee company in LA. And I was never really a huge fan of the coffee industry, and that business model for me just really didn't work out. We were constantly traveling to South America though. We were traveling up in the jungles to try and find fair trade coffee and source it ourselves. And I really fell in love with the FJ40 in the jungles of Nicaragua and Colombia, and brought that back to the United States. So I mean, my passion is for the FJ40s, but I love the 80 series or the newer model Land Cruisers, like you were mentioning earlier, for something that you're actually going to be using on a daily basis.
My favorite, man. I love it. I have all of them. I have a 40, 80, 100.
We've been getting a ton of interest for 80 series now, and that's kind of like the new classic. But
I'm not a fan of it. I like FJ. I like the 80s. They're cool because they're good off-road rigs. But when you're driving that thing cross country, if you're building, I mean, it's just not the most comfortable rig. Mine are real good for local travel, short duration. But if I'm doing 16 to 20 hours on the road, I want that Land Cruiser 100, man. It's like business. It's like driving business class versus driving an economy, man. I love the LC. In fact, I think my LC's in the parking lot, but
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite rigs. That LC 100 is what I used as a CIA contractor in GRS. That's the reason that I have it, because when I was in Yemen, I mean, I've used it all over the world. I used it in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq. But that specific rig, it's nostalgic for me to drive it because I was mobile as a contractor and worked in them, but also because overseas I saw how dependent the government was on foreign vehicles and how dependable and reliable those vehicles were. I mean, that was our lifeline.
Yep.
So when you have to choose your lifeline and you select the best rig ever made, and the Hilux, which was one version that we used, and that particular model of Land Cruiser was what we used.
Oh, nice, man. So this is the truck y'all brought to King of the Hammers then, huh?
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, you have to have support rigs when you're out there. And what we did was, on the way to King of the Hammers, we stopped at Goose Gear and got all kitted out. They did a drawer system in the back for us. And then we used this on site.
Yeah.
I did stock ARB, front and rear. I used to be a big roof top 10 guy. It's beneficial.
Yeah.
It's a networking thing.
Yeah.
As long as you could build out my FJ40.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
It would be cool. It'd be cool to do that. I want to do that. Just do that.
That's cool. Drove out here to the beautiful mountains in Utah and checked out the guys over at FieldCraftSurvival. They've got some really cool stuff going on right now, including a grand opening on February 27th. Mike Glover and the whole team over here is really cool, super laid back, really helped us out a lot. So I want to give them a good shout out and give them a follow at their profile, FieldCraftSurvival. How's it going? We'll get some drinks and food.
Let's do it.
Daddy's hungry.